Hello and welcome to episode 25 of Gaming Buzz, and things are a little bit different around here today.
Yeah, you can see us.
First of all, we're on camera. That's cool. It's not very cool because that's there. I'm just picking on Darien today because he's been picking on me a lot. But no, today we have the Gaming Buzz Pokemon Go live podcast event. That is a mouthful of a name. What are we doing?
Well, we have a bunch of guests on the show.
We have a bunch of guests. Can you all just right now max up all our mics and just say hi together? We've got a good number of people. We were actually expecting a few more people, but something crazy happened. A train right behind us, right outside our studios, train tracks, a train was stopped because a train derailed at the train station. And so there's a train right behind us that's just sitting there blocking all the streets.
It happened at the exact time that we were supposed to get people started to come here. So I think the universe is out to get us.
So before we begin, we're going to be talking about Pokemon Go. Who here plays Pokemon Go? Me. Why didn't you put your hand up right away, Terry?
I started late.
So we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of different Pokemon Go topics. But the first thing I want to do, we're going to start with this side of the room. Let's find out what team you guys are on. Would you please raise your hand if you're on Team Mystic? Let's not have any team hate. Let's not have any team hate unless, of course, they're on Team Valor. All right. Same side. Would you please raise your hand if you're on Team Instinct? Would you please raise your hand if you're on Team Valor? Not yet? What level are you, Max?
I could, but I didn't yet.
Which one are you going to choose?
Go for the yellow one.
Instinct.
But we're passive aggressive.
All right, we're going to move to this side now, and I'm going to ask the same question. Raise your hand if you're on Team Instinct, a.k.a. the good one. Woo!
You're switching the order.
Raise your hand if you're on Team Mystic.
Oh.
And raise your hand if you're the only person in the entire room who's on Team Valor.
Get out!
All right, so we've got a pretty good diversity of teams. I mean, only having one Valor player is, well, honestly, a good thing.
You're being a little
Man,
harsh
when
there,
this
so-
video goes up, I am going to get so much hate in the comments from Valor players. Uh-oh. We might actually have some people just randomly come in and join us. That's the crazy thing, because we have no idea what's going on because of this train situation. Now that we've asked teams, what should we do, Darien?
We should talk about what level we are.
Everyone at once. No. Just raise your hand if you're above level 10.
Does 10 count?
Sure. 10 or higher. I'll make you feel good about yourself, Darien. Okay? Keep it up if you're 15 or higher. What? Air 5.
No, I'm a 15 rep.
Oh.
You know this.
Oh. I'm level 15. Am I the highest level player in the room? Wow, that really means I have no life.
Or are you just like walking around?
No. Have you seen me?
Yeah.
What I'd like to do, we have microphones for each side of the room to be passed around. Tell us your favorite Pokemon Go experience so far. Besides the game crashing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love it when Pokemon Go crashes.
Especially right when I'm catching a really rare Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, Scyther.
We were sitting here for half an hour waiting for this whole train ordeal to, roll out of the station. And we were going, are the servers on? Are the servers on? No. Are the servers on? No. So that kind of sucked. And it still sucks. And it's not going to be fixed, is it?
I got on like 10 minutes before we recorded.
Why don't we go one at a time? If you guys want to be the first one to share a short story about Pokemon Go? Raise your hand.
Come on, don't be shy, guys.
Don't be shy.
All right, I'm Dalton. I'm pretty sure everyone knows me. I'm on TCG Buzz here, and I've also appeared on a few Gaming Buzz episodes as
He's
well.
my co-host on TCG Buzz. We're
The better host. The better host. And probably the best experience with Pokemon Go I've had was walking past the bathroom to catch a Squirtle. You can't pass that up. Come on. A Squirtle by the bathroom. It's a little funny, but I think I know why it was flooding now.
Hi, my name is Megan. I'm Jacob's girlfriend.
hi.
Wait, he has
your
one?
anniversary tomorrow. It's been torturous, but we're getting through it. The first few days that we actually had Pokemon Go, me, Jacob, Dalton, and Kristen all went down to Perkins Park, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's here in Green Bay.
Yeah.
We're in Green Bay. We are going to have listeners who aren't here, so
Oh, yeah. I apologize. But
I
yeah,
guess-
we went to a local park and we basically put up 3 lures down at the park. And it was really fun.
and we got destroyed by mosquitoes.
Yeah, because,
The bug spray.
I mean, I had it.
You have to check yourself for some diseases.
All right, can we get someone from this side of the room? Don't be the shy side of the room. Come on.
I'm Andy. Probably my favorite Pokemon Go experience was when me and my friends walked around Lambeau for like 3 or 4 hours, and we kind of took a break at a few of the Pokestops, and literally we're looking around. Everyone else is just on their phones. Oh, did you see this? Oh, there's an Onyx in the middle of the stadium. Yeah, but we can't get there right now. Maybe if we talk to the construction guys, they'll let us in. That's pretty much how it went.
I'm Terry, and probably one of my favorites is also at Lambeau Field. A group of us and I walking around catching things, and we see a Squirtle and a Bulbasaur in a field, and it just so happened someone in the truck was driving by with his wife, stopped that truck, left her in the running truck, and ran out to the field to go get it with us. That was great. Just left his wife in the truck.
All right, we've had 2 from each side, so let's switch to this side. Anyone here?
My favorite Pokemon Go experience is the first day I had downloaded the game. I went with my dad, who the game does not work on his phone. The GPS is broken. We went down behind the Neville Museum here in Green Bay, and at least 30 people were sitting there catching Pokemon. Of course, there was nothing good.
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, that's basically everybody's problem.
Switch to that side?
So I at my house, it was like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and I was just checking to see if there was anything nearby. And in my closet, there was a ghastly, and it was really creepy for me just because, like, it always feels weird at night at my house. So, like, it just put that little extra oomph on that feeling. So
There are ghosts in your closet.
there is. And I was like, I got to work in the morning. It was not fun.
To go off of that, I live right next to a hospital, and I find ghastlies there all the time.
Oh, no.
That must be haunting.
No.
So speaking of Darien, do you have a fun story about Pokemon Go?
Kind of. I mean, I remember it was a funny thing because one of my favorite Pokemon from the first generation is Magnemite. I completely went over the top excited because I caught one when I was in the studio, but my GPS thought I was about 4 or 5 blocks away. So I was able to get one. And I also found a muck at there's a place called Sanimax where they use dead animal carcasses.
It's gross.
For stuff.
It smells gross.
It smells gross, but it was fitting, but it fled. It was very appropriate.
Well, what's stopping us? Let's go now.
I could use a muck.
I was at work on a smoke break. I went outside and I'm like, okay, pull up Pokemon Go. Sure as all heck, coughing popped up right in front of me as I'm smoking a cigarette. I'm like, okay, this game really is watching me.
When I first downloaded Pokemon Go, I was at a podcast convention in Chicago, and what was weird was there was not a Pokemon in sight. I was there for several days, and I had the app installed for 3 days while I was there, and I caught 2 Pokemon the entire time, and I had it out constantly. I caught, of course, a Weedle. and a Voltorb. But that sucked. But there were easily, within walking distance, 150 Pokestops. There were so many, one on each block at least. It was crazy. See, Pokemon Go is not just a game, it's also a really good social experience because I've met a lot of people through Pokemon Go. In fact, some of the people in this room I never met before today. I said, hey, you're a Pokemon Go fan. I'm a Pokemon Go fan. Let's go here and talk about Pokemon and Ghastlies, and it'll be great. So that's been the best thing about the game for me, is just being able to connect with other people. Oh, and also, catching like Charizards. That would be cool too. That would top meeting people.
I'm a server at Margaritas, which is right over by Lambeau, and all the time I'm walking past tables or people, sitting waiting for a table. They're playing Pokemon Go, or I walk up to them and they're talking about Pokemon Go. I'm like, oh, did you catch anything yet? And all of a sudden I become like the best server because I'm relating with Pokemon Go. Unfortunately, there's nothing at work besides, Rattata, Weedle, Pidgey, and a Spearow.
That's great to have Rattata in a restaurant.
Wow.
Well,
Just one.
Dalton over on the other side also works at a restaurant, but you have Pokestops, right, Dalton?
Oh yes, I work at the largest brew pub, like best in the nation, voted Titletown Brewing Company.
You
And
get that shout out in, didn't you?
I'm sorry, but it's true. But there's like
I'm sorry, could you say that again in the microphone? Because I did not hear that.
I said that I couldn't see him up there on that high horse.
And I said up there on his high horsey.
Oh,
nice puns.
She
nice
executed that perfectly.
that was really unexpected.
But yeah, there's about like 4 different Pokestops right about where I work, and we're also a gym. So it's quite fun, but of course, at the moment, I can't be on my phone at work, otherwise I may get fired, so... But that was also before Pokemon Go, so it's not too bad, I guess, but it's fun taking it over from other coworkers who are playing and so forth, going back and forth and all that. It's really fun.
Remember, raise your hand if you need a microphone.
Yeah. A week ago, me and Nicole and 2 of her friends actually went out to Botanical Gardens because our local, Pokemon Go group basically set something up at Botanical Gardens. We all went there, and it was really fun, right?
Yeah, but it was terrible because my phone kept crashing.
Yes, it was great. Just
And
wonderful.
the one guy it was Megan, me, my friend Evan, and his friend Bryce, and Bryce has to be connected to a hotspot.
Yep.
So every single time Evan walked too far away from Bryce, all you heard was complaining.
Yeah, it was great.
And then my phone kept crashing, so we decided to go. Where did we go?
We went actually just on the trail over here.
The
we eventually, we drove downtown. We were originally going to go to the sanctuary, but since it was closed, we just went downtown to see if we could catch anything. Since downtown we have the Fox River, we were just hoping to get some water Pokemon from over there.
All we got was a Staryu.
All you got was a Staryu. Staryu's cool.
I wish I
Cool,
could get
but that's
that.
all we got. Like, that was the only... Oh, didn't we get an Abra as well?
Yeah, I think we got... Trying to remember. I know we got a Magikarp too, and I think there were a few other things, but I
didn't
can't
get
remember.
I already had a Magikarp when we went, so
I remember
don't-
us looking for a seal and we couldn't find it, and that sucked.
That's because I told you we needed to go the other way, and you're like, I want to go this way. So we didn't catch it.
So what I'd like to do now, and this would take a little teamwork on both sides, is have every person just share one Pokemon they want that they have not gotten yet. I want an Alakazam. I'm saying it right now. That's what I want. I got some Abras. Gonna get a Kadabra soon by evolving. And then I want that Alakazam. Hopefully I don't have to trade it. What about you, Darien?
There's nothing from the first 151 that I want. It's obviously an Aggron, if you know me.
Yo, dude. Like here's the bar of expectations. Like people are like, oh, maybe I'll get a Snorlax, right?
Yeah.
You're like, I want a missing no.
I really want a Ninetales.
Ninetales is awesome.
I really want a Clefairy. It's my favorite Gen 1 Pokemon, and I can't find it anywhere.
Clefairy is quite rare. Has anyone here caught one? No.
I hear they're at like museums or like historical.
That's what I heard too.
I hear the best way to get them is just getting lucky by hatching one.
And I want to be the very best, so I want all 151.
But if you had to pick one to add to your collection right now,
I can't. I can't. I just want all 151.
all right, Max.
I got to agree with you. Alakazam.
Alakazam's awesome. All right, we're gonna move to the other side now. Just go in a row.
Well, I mean, technically it is part of the 151. So, Articuno.
You want one of them legendaries you can't get yet.
Yeah, so I can still want it.
Yeah, you can still want it. That is true.
I am the resident Poke Poser. This is my first experience with Pokemon, so
Ooh, welcome. No.
really, you're gonna boo me when I'm starting to come into the fold?
Yeah, we got to be welcoming.
Yeah, be welcoming. Come on.
That is true. Beginner's mistake. Beginner's mistake.
So I am actually unsure what I want because I'm discovering them as I go along. I know for sure, however, I don't want a Rattata. I don't want a Weedle. And I don't want a Pidgey. So anything over that, I'm pretty excited to get because they're all new to me.
All right, that's great.
Well, I really want a Grimer.
Grimer.
I don't
You
like
want?
Monk.
You could pick anything in the world, and you pick toxic waste.
Yes, I do.
That's pretty cool.
I guess I really want a Blastoise.
Nice.
Yeah.
Just catch the Squirtles.
I've only caught one Squirtle besides, well, I don't consider the one I start with. I've only caught one Squirtle, so
I have 3.
good for you. No one cares.
I've none.
Banned. I will curse you. No more Squirtles for you.
Hey, don't be mean to the pregnant woman, Jacob. Jesus.
No more Squirtles for your baby either.
Why get it then?
It's the only way I get out of the house. I want to sleep all day.
Well, not trying to one up Darien, but I'd like Chimchar. So I'm not trying to like compete, but
That's one. That's
You're
one.
totally trying to. You're like,
That's one generation way out of the loop than me.
But if I had to pick one that we can get right now to the 151, it would be Ditto, just because they might do something where you can transform it into any one you have and use it as a candy. So I think that would be interesting to see what they do with Ditto.
so, now that we've all shared that, I have.
Hey, we got one in the back. Come on, Jacob.
Whoa. Jason, I forgot you were there. You blended into the background so much.
I hide in the corner. Jason, work at GB Games in Green Bay here. If I had a choice between one of the 151 to take, it's probably pretty close between something like just Porygon in general. It doesn't matter what CP level. But the big thing I want to do is catch like a high level Kabutops or something like that and put it at a gym. Because as of right now, I have yet to see one of those at a gym. It's always been like Vaporeon, Flareon, Jolteon. In some cases, just those.
Okay, so now that we actually have everyone done, I have a question for you guys. Do you guys agree that the media coverage over Pokemon Go has been kind of crazy?
Someone got hit by a car because they're using Pokemon Go. No, they just weren't paying attention.
Yeah, that's exactly what I have to say about the whole thing. Is it's a common sense issue. When you open the app, it says be alert of your surroundings at all times.
It does warn you right away with a giant Gyarados.
Well, and that one kid had fair warning, like don't go past this, cliff because it's a dangerous area. But he's like, no, I'm gonna go over there anyway. It seems.
I wonder
a good
what
idea.
Pokemon he was hunting.
It was probably like an Onyx.
That's just a Weedle.
I need to get a
Pidgey.
Beedrill.
The Pidgey could fly, but he couldn't. Have you guys heard about the people like accidentally stumbling upon dead bodies?
Yes. 2 of them.
Okay, anyone have any input on that? Were you guys worried you're gonna stumble upon one?
Well, I was trying to input on media coverage on how like a lot of more, I don't know, conservative, but more like older people are like looking down on it, saying that people are looking too much at their phones, that they're not paying attention, and that's an epidemic.
You kids and your Pokemon Go's and your Snapchats and your
Counter! I've seen plenty of older people playing Pokemon Go. So,
I do agree with that. I do agree.
well, I'm talking like probably like in their 70s or 60s type. Whoa! Oh.
See, there's a range because there are some people of every age group who love it. There are some people of every age group that hate it.
I am probably one of the older Pokemon players at
Oldest.
oldest in this room, perhaps. But yeah, I've actually noticed quite a bit of older people playing. Actually, I think you've just got the older people that don't get out of their darn house that complain about.
Or like very super religious and are all anti-evolution type deal.
But
people
but otherwise, the guy that left his wife in the car was older than me. He just jumped out of that sucker and was gone.
I gotta get that Weedle.
So, but I'm actually finding it's actually kind of bringing generations together. Really, from little kids saying, "Hey, did you see that over here?" to old people older than my 45 years saying the same thing. It's great.
We have quite a range of ages in this group. Most of us are 20-ish, but we've got people in this room, not saying who, from age 12 to 45. That's a big group of people who are all enjoying the same thing. And you know what? Like I said earlier, I've met tons of new people through it. So we've gotten to socialize. It's brought people together. And you know what else it's done? It's made people healthier. Because people, raise your hand if you feel you're healthier now because of Pokemon Go.
I guess I am.
Counter! Did you hear about the guy who uses a drone to play Pokemon Go?
That's just cheating. That's genius cheating.
How lazy can you get that you need to use your drone to go on and get Pokemon? That's hilarious.
I saw someone using, putting their phone on train tracks, like miniature train set, and just having it riding around in a circle.
I tried it out. It worked because I was like, I want to say I was like 0.03 away from hatching my 10K egg or something like that. So I just put it on my phone and then it hatched and I was happy.
The first time because we didn't
you took it off the first time.
Oh no,
Okay.
we're getting spousal arguments here.
No, what I want to bring up, I don't know if it goes back to the whole media thing or I guess the whole being healthy thing. I actually watched a video on Facebook not too long ago that kids in the hospital, they're figuring out ways with like buses so that way they can bring kids in wheelchairs or whatever out hunting Pokemon. And I think that would be like, I guess in a way like my favorite experience, but it's not an experience.
That's really cool. I also saw a local thing that someone posted. I don't know if it was a local comment, but that people are leaving lures at Pokestops that are at hospitals for the people who are there. And that's really cool. And, if anyone's listening, playing Pokemon Go do that. That's great.
Well, that and one of my friends shared something on Facebook. Apparently you can download an app on your phone called like Charity Miles or something like that. So all the miles that you walk, you can donate to a charity. So not only can people say that, you're wasting your life playing Pokemon Go, but you can actually help out and do something.
Right. You're walking anyways, so
Right.
do it.
Right.
Everyone should install an app like that. Everyone.
Kind of reminds me of a story that I saw that I don't know the guy's name, but he was running a marathon or something, and he had people pay him to put them in a backpack, and he'd run their miles or kilometers, whatever you want to call it, because we're the only country that uses miles. And
Oh my
the
gosh,
guy was
Pokemon Go. It's trying to convert us to the metric system.
I would actually see this as a very kind way. But the guy actually donated the money to charities, which I found really nice too.
That's pretty neat. There's an Uber dude driving around with
Yeah, like $10 an hour, and he'll like take you to the Pokestops or places with the more rare Pokemon.
Man, that's pretty cool.
And if you scream Charizard, he'll slam on the brakes.
What? Man, that's awesome. So who agrees that Pokemon Go isn't a bad thing? I mean, obviously we're a biased group here, but Pokemon Go is a good thing. Look at this. It's bringing people together. It's making them healthier. It's making them talk to each other. What else?
Heat exhaustion.
Dehydration. It's making me lose a couple pounds. People are experiencing new things, going to new landmarks and locations. People are doing charity work, all because of this app that was released.
And supposedly, small businesses are making a lot more money because people are out walking and having to stop at these places that they never even knew were in their towns for drinks or to cool off.
Could you?
I mean, I know.
Go finish.
And I know, for instance, I've stopped in places that I'd never stopped before because, hey, this kind of looks interesting. I didn't know it was here.
Could you pass that mic back to Jason over there? Because I know you've got some comments on that, being that you work in a small business, and you and I talked about that before.
So, it's been a huge nightmare trying to become a Pokestop, considering a bookstore across the street from one of our locations is a Pokestop. They're not going to drop lures. They don't do anything with Pokemon. And then El Sharape is Mexican restaurant locally, is another Pokestop right next to our other location. The application process, you send it in, they literally send you send pictures, and we'll see about it. That's the whole thing. We want this because as a small business, for $100, we get 83 hours of continuous lures that will bring people in. They'll hang out in the store for this lure. They'll buy sodas, treats, maybe the games I sell. It equals out to be like $1.16 an hour. Why would small businesses not do this? Even if you're a restaurant, if Perkins is a Pokestop, why would they not put the $100 behind it and just be like, hey, come in and eat?
How do you guys feel about the whole McDonald's thing? So if you don't know, McDonald's has agreed to pay an undisclosed amount of money to Niantic and Nintendo to make every single McDonald's in Japan a Pokestop. How do you guys feel about sponsored Pokestops?
I have mixed feelings about it. I'm glad that, like, for example, people who are more out in the middle of nowhere are probably going to be able to get on a Pokestop because McDonald's are everywhere. For example, like, seriously, Walmart's, McDonald's, anything you can think of that are mostly just, they're everywhere. It would be nice to actually have people have Pokestops near them. And, I mean, it'll be good for them as a business. I hope more small businesses are able to be Pokestops. Like, GB Games really deserves it. I mean, we're right near there, too, me and Jacob, so that'd be kind of convenient for us.
Just a little short stroll.
And when you think about it, GB Games is like the perfect place for it because it's a game store. And a lot of people who are playing it will be gamers.
One of the biggest things with the sponsored Pokestops, it's a good thing as long as they don't overdo it. Because small businesses, if they overcharge, because based on what Nintendo, which we'll eventually find out what they paid for that, you know, based on that alone, how much is it going to cost a small business to become this Pokestop? They need to keep it reasonable if they want people to pay into this.
One thing I'd like to see, and I'd like your thoughts on this, I would like it disclosed at the Pokestop when you're stopping at it that it's a sponsored location.
It would be really nice.
Raise your hand if you agree.
I really wouldn't care either way, but sure.
Why not, Darien?
It's another place to get stuff.
But don't you feel a little bit different about, hey, you know, they're paying to make me come here?
You don't have to necessarily go in.
What if they put the Pokestop way deep into the store and you have to?
Well, I think one way they could screw this up in a way is they might put more rare Pokemon at those locations to kind of make people go.
That'd be.
If you look
shady.
at it in that way, it might be a bad thing, but not too bad. But because then it would just be like, now you have to come here to get these Pokemon. So it would kind of like bring customers there. But I don't really know.
Did you say like Pokestops in the back of stores?
Yeah.
Because Cabela's already has that. There's one in the front, but they also have the bear statue. The bear statue's not outside.
Just for verification, I live down the road from it. You can reach everything from the outside of Cabela's stores. There is, and that's what I'm more concerned about is some businesses deciding they don't want us there. That they don't want us there. Because Cabela's, the Pokestop, there's one in the front, and you can get to that. And then around the back is a gym and the other Pokestop. You don't have to go in the store. It is okay to go around the back. There is customer pickup back there, so you're not trespassing or anything like that. But it does look very iffy. And so I'm more worried that some stores are, why is this here? I don't want this here. Guys, go away.
Is there actually a way for like businesses and whatnot to request to not be Pokestops?
I have heard there is. I have not checked it out, but I have heard that they can request to be taken off through the companies if they don't want the traffic.
Which is kind of absurd. I was kind of wanted to touch on like the tourism stuff. I was actually recently able to talk to somebody that works in tourism, and they are making a ton of money since Pokemon Go came out. I know that. Because people just want to see, like they come around to different places because I went to Lambeau Field a few days ago and people were paying for $15 tours just to catch things in the field.
Do any of you live like out in the middle of nowhere?
Yes.
All right. Tell us about that experience.
What is there to tell you? Because there's literally nothing there to tell you. Like, I live out in Shirley, if anyone has any idea where that is. Do you have any idea where Denmark is?
Yeah.
Like
Okay,
country or?
Take Denmark and then, like, go about 5 to 7 miles west of that, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere. There's no Pokestops.
He lives in
there's no
bumpkin nowhere.
Yeah. There's no Pokestops. There's no gyms. My only option to catch Pokemon out by my house is if I throw on an incense and a lucky egg. That's the only way I actually got to level 12. It's been a struggle because either that or I'm at work.
Wow, I live in the city and you're a higher level than me.
You have more opportunities than I do.
Darien just sucks.
I just
Pokemon. No. You've got an excuse. Because you're not Darien. So you get a pass. Darien has to be level 20 before anyone will respect him in Pokemon.
Well then.
This whole time during the podcast, I've been trying to sign into Pokemon Go, and I still can't do it.
I think we all have.
I know. Yeah.
Team Valor rules.
Whoa!
Team Mystic for the win! Instinct rules.
I want to make a comment. The train is still there.
The train is still there.
It is still there.
I get
That
it now.
has been-
That's why the servers are down. It's this train. Ah!
And it's all your fault, so.
I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It came by right when I got here.
So that train has been here now for 2.5 hours. I really hope there's no one still waiting to get in.
Oh my god, that's
So,
awful.
so Jacob, because you skipped me on the whole
I'm gonna get some flack
things
for
I
that
enjoyed
forever,
about
aren't I?
Pokemon Go.
Mm-hmm.
At work, just the other day, the gym at the old Cyberworks building was just shy of a level 8 yellow gym.
Mm-hmm.
It took 6 hours for the other two teams to beat this gym down to the point where they were able to take it over.
Mm-hmm.
As of right now, the way I've been seeing it is blue and red have been beating each other up, and yellow's been flying on the radar to get where they're at.
Absolutely. I'd love
Yay!
I'd love to
Yeah.
see like national statistics to show like, who's actually winning.
I don't know. I feel like some gangs might arise from this. I don't know. I'm just saying.
He's got red. He's a Vala.
forget the Bloods and Crip, man. It's all about that Valor and Mystic.
Yeah, that's the question. Like in Pokemon Sun and Moon, which are the next main series releases, not on these things. What if they're like, yeah, guys, so the bad guys are going to be Team Valor?
No surprise there.
And the guys who save the day are Instinct.
It's true. Yep.
But I have heard. But I have heard that it's been proven, I guess, that Team Mystic is the favorite and that they're higher up with people on that team.
Hey, but see, here's the thing. Team Instinct is the cool one, so...
Well, it has you on it, so I'm not 100% sure about that.
At least we're not a bird with cold feet.
So, I guess if anyone's watching this episode, first of all, good for you. But you guys should tell us what team you're on. I'd love to hear that one of you.
Oh, yeah.
We should do a tally to see how many people say what team they're on and what team is the most popular in our YouTube comments. If you're doing a review of this episode on iTunes or Stitcher or something like that, you should leave your team in that information as well, right?
Yeah.
We'd love to see that. And if you guys want to hear more of us talking about Pokemon Go, or see us, I guess, now, talking about Pokemon Go, you should let us know. And if you guys want to see more big events like this, right? You guys liked it. You had fun, right? Yeah, it was pretty good. Okay. Let us know. I'm... I'd like to thank most of you for coming. Okay. I would like to thank all of you for actually making it through the train blockade that Darien set up.
Whoa.
And actually coming here. We really appreciate it. I had a lot of fun.
So did I.
I don't know how to end this, so I'm just going to say goodbye. Bye.
Check out TCG Boss.
Bye.